Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Opera or whatever. It's me and I'm back with another video, and in today's video I am here with my updated everyday makeup tutorial. So guys, it has been a year since my video. I was not expecting at all for this video to do as well as it did, but I'm very happy that you guys liked it, and you guys have showed me so much love on this video, and I really appreciate all the love, all the support that I got on this video. And so that is why I'm here today with an updated everyday makeup routine. Same concept, except since that time I have learned a lot of new tips and tricks, a lot of new techniques, and I'm just really excited to teach you guys everything that I have learned over this, I think it's been like 9 months since my last one. And yeah, I picked up a lot of new products since then, new techniques like I've said, and just like a lot of different ways to like cut down on the amount of time that it takes me to do my makeup, and also how to make my face look even more flawless. So if you are interested in any of those things, make sure to keep on watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Period.
African bad girl giving them sugar. Tiny waist wild like cougar. Get the money, that's my slogan. Everything that connection.
Alright guys, so as always we are jumping right into the video, starting off with my brows. You guys already know how the brows go. When it comes to the brows, I like to take my time, because if my brows come out good, I know the rest of my makeup is going to come out really good. So when I do my brows, I like to take my time, unless I'm in a rush or something. If I have enough time, I'm going to take my time. I don't really like to switch it up too much, especially because I have literally found a routine that works perfectly for me and that doesn't fail me. So why would I switch it up when it works perfectly for me? I'm gonna be going in with my Milani Weekend Brow, and this is a brow tinting product. I literally love this product. It is so good. It has a super fine tip which allows you to get right there into those brows. As somebody who has really sparse brows, I found that this is the best method for me to do my eyebrows, because it allows me to make hair strokes. What I do is first I outline the bottom, and I always follow the natural shape of my brows. I don't like overline my brows or anything like that. I follow the natural shape of them already. So I do the bottom first, like from here up to the end, and then I do the top. I already brushed my brows in place like how I want them to be. I'm gonna go ahead and make hair strokes, and when I make the hair strokes, I follow the direction of my brows. My brows go up, so I'm gonna go up with my hair strokes like this. And now I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the front. So what I do is I drag from here to here. And then I fill in again, making nice little hair strokes. The way that you're going to be able to get those really light hair strokes is by going very light-handed. So when you hold your brush or like your tools at the end of the tool, you get a lighter stroke. But when you hold like this, like you're holding a pencil, that's how you get heavy-handed. So if you want to make light strokes, hold your brush like this, kind of like a painter, you know, when they want to make when they want to make light strokes, they hold at the tip and they, you know, my brows also don't come out very far, so what I do is just extend it out a little more, making those little hair strokes. Now I'm gonna go in with my Precisely My Brow by Benefit, and this is in the number 5. This also has a very small tip, so you can make like little strokes So I just use this to darken my brows a bit, just a little bit. And the parts that I usually use it on is like this part right here. My brows are like super scanty right here. So I'll go in with this again and fill in right here, fill in the ends, the top, just any parts where I feel like my brows could be a little darker. And then just brush them again. Make sure they're all in place. I just realized I forgot to put on eye drops. My eyes get super itchy sometimes and I hate it. And I actually got these eye drops prescribed by the doctor, because we do not have time for itchy eyes. Like, what the hell? Now it's time to conceal my brows. And to conceal my brows, I'm using my e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer, and this is the matte finish in the color Deep Cinnamon. I like the consistency of it specifically for concealing my brows. I actually don't use it for my under eyes anymore. I specifically only use it for my brows. I just find that it's the best consistency. And I've actually switched up the way that I do my, that I conceal my brows. So the e.l.f. concealer I use for the ends, and then for the front of my brows, I use the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Espresso. And then for the brush, I'm going to be using my Morphe M124 brush. This is the perfect brush for brows. It has this nice curved tip so that it allows you to do that top, and that pointy tip allows you to perfectly carve out your brows. So I really love this tool. Ooh. So what I'm gonna do is grab a little piece of that concealer right there on the tip of my brush. I hope you guys can see that. And I'm gonna go ahead and carve out my brows starting from like this point up to the ends. Just from this point up to the ends. Sometimes I go like this because it helps me get right in there. And like I was telling you guys earlier, make sure you take your time. Don't do this fast, like at all. You see how slow I'm taking it? And try not to grab a lot of product either. Use as little product as possible. To blend it out, I'm using this domed shadow brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it out right away because this concealer dries really fast. And when I blend it out, I don't rub, I dab. Just go ahead and dab it because you've already placed the product nicely, I hope. So you don't really need to do much to blend it out. Just go ahead and dab it in. And then I'm going to take the LA Girl concealer, and I'm going to use that to carve out the front of the brows. I like this technique better. I started doing this while I was in Nigeria, and I really like how it looks. So I'm going to use this to carve out the front. We love that. We love that so much. So a rule of thumb is you kind of want the arch of your brow to be more defined. So probably want to put like a little more product on the arch of the brows. So that's why I usually start with the arch. So the bulk of your product goes on the arch. So you start on the arch and then you fade it out to the end. So by the time you get to the end, you start to lose product. So that's why you want to start in the middle. This is like my trouble brow. So let's try to do this. And surprisingly, that brow did not take me long. I'm telling y'all, once my brows are done, it's like smooth sailing from there. Everything else just comes natural and just flows. So really take your time with your brows. Now that the bottom of my brows are concealed, I'm going to use that same LA Girl Pro Concealer to conceal the top of my brows. And when I conceal the top, I'm going to use the flat edge of the brush and just smooth it right over like that. Just slide it like that. And then I make it meet the end like this. And to blend it out, I'm going to use my Morphe M173 brush. It's like the big version of my foundation brush. I really love this brush. I never swipe when I blend anything out. If you guys ever see me swiping, it's because I got carried away and I didn't realize what I was doing. Never ever swipe. And sometimes if product doesn't blend easily, then I'll swipe just to get the product to blend a little better. I'm gonna go in with the Precisely My Brow again to darken the ends of this brow. I feel like it could be a little more defined in the ends here. Looking good, looking good. I like this, but I feel like I could shave this down right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and shave it a little bit like that. Alright guys, so we're done with our brows for now. I think they look really good, so I know the rest of our makeup is gonna look really good and I'm really excited. Now it's time to move on to the skin. I just want you guys to see the condition that my skin is in. I have like a couple of dark spots like on the side of my face. I have some dark spots here. You guys remember I used to have like this big old mark right here when I burned myself. I was able to get rid of that, at least like fade it to a good point, by using the, what is this thing? Good Molecules Discoloration Serum. Since then, I've accumulated more dark spots. I just wanted to show you guys what my skin looks like so you guys can see the transformation before we put the makeup on. Getting into the skin, the first product I'm going to be using is this Too Faced Hangover Good To Go Skin Protecting SPF Moisturizer, which has SPF 20. And I actually discovered this product from my friend Aaliyah. I was doing her hair one time and she was just raving about it. She was like, you have to try it. It's so nice. And she was just saying how it just makes her makeup look really, really smooth and really beautiful and flawless. And y'all, she was not lying, okay? I love this product, especially like if I'm going out in the sun or if I just want my makeup to look like really, really natural and beautiful, which is every time. I literally could not explain the science and why I like it so much, but I promise it just makes my makeup look so smooth, so beautiful, and I really like it. It is an eye-in product and it is about like $30, but if you don't mind spending that extra money for that flawless face, I would highly, highly, highly recommend this product. It is so amazing. I just went ahead and smoothed it out all through my skin, and I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit before I go ahead and go in with my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. And you guys already know how I feel about this one right here. What it does is it fills in my pores. I especially like to work it into my smile lines because I tell you guys this all the time. I have really bad smile lines. I've actually gotten better over the years. I don't know why. I think it's because my skin has gotten better in general. Whenever you apply these products, make sure you apply them evenly and smoothly and really even them out, you know, throughout your face. I'm also using my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. In my last video, I was using the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew, but I started using the Milk one again and I like it. You know, the e.l.f. one was like a dupe and I like that one too. I decided to go back to my roots. When you mix all these products together, when you first start mixing it, it's gonna start looking like they're not blending well together, but you just have to keep blending. You can see like some white coming through, and that's from the first product that I used, the Hangover RX. But like I said, you just have to smoothen it out, blend it out. Make sure you apply it very, very smoothly because that's how you're gonna get your makeup to also come out looking smooth and blended. Looking good, looking good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set on my primer using my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the color Dark. For Beauty Blender, I'm using this e.l.f. I think it's like a camel something. I'm not sure what it's called, but I'll pop the name up on the screen for you guys. I literally love this beauty blender. I don't know, it's just so good. I've used a lot of beauty blenders. I even have this Morphe one, and you guys are gonna also see me going with this Morphe one too. But something about this beauty blender that I just love. And for the setting powder, I'm just gonna work it around my smile lines, and I pat it into the powder, and then I also go ahead and pat the excess off on the back of my hands because I do not want to use a lot of product, especially because we're going to be putting product over this product, so you don't want to like cake up your face. And in order to avoid that, you guys are going to see that throughout every step of my makeup I'm using like very small amounts of product. I mostly work that around my mouth, working on my smile lines and on my eyebrows too, because it sets my eyebrows, around my eyes, my nose. And especially if you have oily skin, then you should definitely try this method. It will lock in those oils for a very long time. So in my last video, and usually people will put foundation on first. I don't know if you guys have caught on, but my new method lately has been to use concealer first instead of foundation first. And the reason why I like to do this is that it helps you to not put on as much product. So usually when you put your foundation on, then you go ahead and go on with your concealer, then you go on with your bronzer, then go on with your cream bronzer, then go on with the powder bronzer, and it's just like a lot of layers. So doing your makeup the way you guys are about to see me do it helps so that you don't put so much product on, and it really gives you a more natural look because it's just basically one layer of makeup, or like 2 layers of makeup instead of like 3 or 4 or 5. So yeah, for concealer, I'm using my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer in the color Almond. I believe I've been using this concealer for about 4 or 5 years now, and it has never failed me, and it never will. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply the concealer very smoothly. And I don't like to apply concealer too close to my eyelid, especially if you get creases under your eye. I would suggest doing this and not apply the concealer directly underneath your eyelids. And the reason why this is because when you clump up all that product underneath your eye, it's definitely gonna crease because you have so much product there. So instead, don't do that and do it like how you see me doing it. And another thing that I like to do with my concealer is to carve out my nose contour. If you've seen my last video, then you know that I don't contour my nose, and instead I do this. But also, by the time I blend out, my nose contour is gonna come up to here, so I'm placing it a little lower than where I actually want the contour to go, because by the time I blend it out, the product is going to spread. So you always want to leave room for your product to spread. And then I also do this right here. A new thing that I've been doing lately is bringing the concealer here. I don't know why, I just really like the way it looks when I do that, so I've been doing that lately. I forgot to say this, but y'all see I have literally like 3 lashes left. They refuse to come off, so I just had to like leave them. I've been trying to pull them out, but I'm scared to put them out because I pulled my lashes out before and I got a really bad sty. So yeah, this is what we're working with. And then I'm also gonna go in with another NARS concealer. This one is in the color Ginger, and this one is to give me that bright under eye effect. I also forgot to do the contour on my nose. For the contour on my nose, I just do like one very thin line, not too thin though. I really love the bright under eye look, so what I do is I take this and I don't put it super close like how y'all see I put this one like up here. I'm gonna put it a little further down. What you want to do is basically do like an ombre. So instead of putting it right there on your nose, you're gonna look crazy if you put it like right here, like how I did this. So I'll do it like this so that when I blend it together. And when I do it this way, it gives me a really nice blend. So I'm going to go ahead and start blending. And first, I'm going to start with that Morphe M173. And then now I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender and go ahead and blend that out. Make sure you do a patting motion. You've already placed the product right where you want it to be, so now all you have to do is blend it. And remember what I was saying about, you know, like blending up to your eyes? So after I blended that part that's like really light, now I'm gonna go in and blend out that part for my nose contour. And for that part, I just like to go ahead and really define that contour on my nose, and then I bring it up to like here to give me that contour. Beautiful. And then I'm gonna blend out this part, keeping that same line that I drew. And I like to keep this part sharp. I really like to have that like crease right here. I think it looks really pretty. Wow, that looks so good. I'm actually shook. I didn't bring it up to my forehead. If you would like to put product on your forehead, you can go right ahead. To set my under eyes, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder in the color Banana Bread. I started using it like a couple months ago, I think like sometime in December, and I absolutely love it. I go ahead and tap right into that product, and then I tap off a lot of my arms. I'm just setting like right underneath my eyes where I would usually crease for now, and I'm gonna go back in later and set the rest, but I'm just setting it like this for now because I don't want it to crease while I work on the rest of my face. I'm also gonna set that nose contour too. Bring it up to my forehead. I put product on my forehead. I just try to minimize the product that I put on my forehead because I don't really feel that it's necessary. Now for cream contour, I'm gonna go ahead and contour my face using this Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick Concealer in the color F18. If you watch my channel, then you're already pretty familiar with this product. I like to put it right on top of that cheekbone right there, like right in the center. So if you want to fill your cheekbone, if you don't know where your cheekbones are, you can make this face. Your cheekbones are right there. So I'll put it right in the center. And you always want to keep it high, especially if you want to snatch that face. You want to keep it high. I also like to put some right here and right here. And to blend it, I'm using this Secret of Pharaoh brush from Ebin. And I'm just going to go ahead and start blending. I like to also work it up here. And I'm trying to make sure not to compromise that crease that I put in my eye. Remember, we love that crease. We don't want that crease to go away. Just be careful when you blend it. And you can go in with your beauty blender to just make those products blended to each other. You guys are probably wondering when we're gonna do foundation, but don't worry. It's coming. And then I'm also going to blend out this here. And I really don't know the science behind this, but I don't know. It makes my face look more chiseled, so I like it. And then whatever is left on the brush, I'm just going to use to put on my forehead a little. I'm going to go in with a little more here and here. Blend that out. Now we're gonna apply foundation. And for foundation today, I'm using my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation, and I'm in the color 450. I'm gonna do like 3 little pumps of this, very little pumps. And I'm gonna be blending it out with this brush. This is my Morphe M439. It's this really nice, thick, dense brush. I love this brush for blending out your foundation. And what I do is I go ahead and start blending from here, and I like to go ahead and use that to kind of like carve out my contour and reverse my contour, so it'll help my contour to pop even more.
You should be vibing.
And then I start working my way up all the way up to here. I'm also gonna blend it down to my neck. And I'm also gonna use whatever is left on my forehead. I'm gonna take my beauty blender and just blend that out so that everything blends together seamlessly. Also, I learned from, I don't remember who I learned this from, but you're supposed to do brush first when you blend your foundation and then go in with the beauty blender. Literally perfect. So I'm gonna set my under eyes again a little more this time, but not too much. As you guys can see, like, I am not using a lot of products to set my under eye, and it works for me. I don't bake, I don't do any of those things, and it works for me. If you want to bake, then you can definitely do that. Just add that into your process. But for me, I don't like baking. I haven't baked in like 5 years. And I also like to use that powder to define my contour again. Y'all see that? This is how I get away with not contouring my nose. I'm gonna use a little bit more powder to really set my nose concealer. And then I bring it up to my forehead, so that my forehead is nice and set and it won't get shiny. Ooh, we looking good, girl. Are you following along, girl? We looking good. It's giving. For bronzer, I'm gonna be using my Fenty Beauty Sun Stalker in the color Mocha Mame. I really love this bronzer. Like, Rihanna and her team were in their bag when they came out with this because it's so amazing. It's the perfect color for my skin tone. It's like so universal for a lot of dark skinned people. I see a lot of dark skinned girls use this and it works for so many skin colors. But if you would like a cheaper dupe, I think a perfect dupe for this is the Juvia's Place Bronzed Bronzer. It's kind of like the same color. It gives you the same look, the same vibe. I just like the Fenty Beauty one better. As you guys can see, they're very, very close in color. I'm talking about the bottom one right here. But yeah, they're very close in color. So if you're looking for a nice dupe, this is definitely the dupe for you. Today, I'm using the Sun Stalker, and I'm just going to use this Morphe E4 brush. It's a slanted brush, which is perfect for contouring. So what I do is I just take my brush and get the product in every edge of the brush, pat it away, and then just stamp it. Work it in all those places where you put the cream contour. Stamp it in. I'm making that face again so I can see what I'm doing, and then just stamp it in. With this, you can kind of, you know, stipple a little. Not too much though, just a little. Put some on my forehead. Again, not too much on my forehead. And then I like to put a lot on my chin. I go crazy with that. And then here again. Let's see how that looks. Oh, that looks great. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Black Radiance True Complexion contour palette in the color medium to dark, and I'm gonna use that color right there. And I'm using this Morphe E48 brush. This is a more circular brush, and I'm using this one to define my contour a little more, and I'm just putting it right here. So this one is a little more gray, so it's gonna give me more of like an actual contour. The last one was a bronzer, but this one is an actual contour, so this is just gonna define that contour a little more and make sure that my face is nice and chiseled. So that's why I'm only leaving it here. And then I'm going to go back in with that brush that I used for the bronzer and blend it together. So this is what our face looks like so far. So now we're gonna reverse contour, and reverse contour is basically when you use a lighter color underneath a darker color to define the darker color, and this darker color is gonna be our contour. So in order to define our contour a little more, we're gonna be using this Maybelline Fit Me setting powder, and again, I'm just using a little bit of that, and I'm gonna pat it in the back of my hand and use it to carve out that contour. And I'm also going to use this powder around my smile lines just to set them in and lock them in and make sure they really don't crease. And now I'm going to take this Morphe M579 brush. It's this big old like foundation brush, and just buff that out. I'm also going to go in with my Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation, also in the color 450, and that same brush on that contour area, on my forehead, on my nose a little. And there we go. This is a beautiful face. I'm not saying my face is beautiful. I mean like the makeup. I mean my face is beautiful, but y'all know what I mean. Moving on to blush, I'm using my same old Milani blush. This is the Cheek Kiss blush in the color Blushing Berry. And I'm using this Morphe M405 brush to blend it out. I'm just gonna, this is a brush by the way. I think I put a little too much, so I'm gonna pat that out of my hand. And what you wanna do, make the face again and just put this right in the apples of your cheeks. I don't wanna put too much, so I like to be very light-handed with this. And then I'll go in with my beauty blender and just blend it out a little more so that it's not so harsh. For me, I find that I don't want my blush to be like super heavy, but I definitely want it to be there, but just not too heavy, you know? Y'all know how much I love blush. And then I'm also going to go in with my e.l.f. multi-stick in the color Luminous Berry. And this is like a shimmery blush. This is the same blush that I use, y'all. Like, I'm so sorry, y'all, but I do not be switching up my makeup. Only thing I switch up is my technique. But as far as like products, I use the same old products because I'm not rich. I don't just be out here just buying makeup anyhow. I only buy products that I've done intensive research on and that I really like. And I really don't switch up my products unless companies are sending me products. I don't really be switching it up like that. And for this one, I just put it right here. And this is like, it's just for shimmer. I love the shimmer in this. It looks so pretty. I'm also gonna put it on my nose too. And blend that out too, so that it's not too harsh. And I also like to put blush on my forehead, especially this one. I like the way it looks. And then I'll go in again with that bronzer brush and define my bronzer a little more, because the blush can kind of like wash it out a little. I like for them to blend together and work together instead of it to be like contour, blush. I like them to kind of be like one, if that makes sense. And now I'm gonna go ahead and contour my face using my ColourPop Super Chalk Cheek highlighter in the color Wisp. With highlighter, I don't put a lot because y'all saw I already used that blush that's like colored. And I also like to bring it up to my brows, just right here. All right, y'all, so everything's looking great, looking fabulous. I don't think there's anything missing as far as like face products. I think this is a good face. It looks good. Now we're gonna set everything in place using this Makeup Revolution Sports Fix setting spray. I like the setting spray. I don't know why I like it so much, but I like it and it works, so I use it. So I did forget one thing, and that is my eyelids. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Sunstalker bronzer to define my eyelids, and I just do it like this, not too much. I just get it like right here in that eye socket, and then whatever is left, I just drag it out like that. But I mostly focus it right here to give my eye like a contour. You see the difference like between this eye and this eye? I want y'all to see the difference. Hold on, let me finish. Look at the difference. Like, this makes the biggest difference. Look at that. Even though I don't wear eyeshadow all the time, I like to do this because it does make a difference, as y'all could see. So now that our face is beat to the gods, or beat to the lords, period. As you guys see, I didn't contour my nose at all, but my nose is contoured, period. So I'm gonna move on to eyeliner. For eyeliner, I'm using this. This is also from Ebin. This is their Secret of Pharaoh liquid eyeliner. I don't know what color this is in, but it's like the darkest color. All right, y'all, let's do a phone check. Because actually this whole time I've been doing my makeup, I have not done a phone check. And according to my phone, my makeup looks amazing. Let's go ahead and get this eyeliner popping, okay? Because one thing about me, I'm gonna get the eyeliner popping. So what I like to do with my eyeliner is I go with the natural curve of my eye. Y'all see how my eye goes like that? I'm gonna go like that. I'm gonna do my bottom eyeliner using the Maybelline Lasting Drama Gel Liner. I actually got a new one now. This is not the same one that I used last year. Promise y'all. So what it looks like, it's a gel, and it also comes with this little brush. It comes with this brush when you buy it. It's like a slanted little brush for you to use to apply it. So that's what I use. For bottom mascara, I'm using this Lift and Define 5D Lash Extra Dimension Mascara by Makeup Revolution. The applicator is perfect for your bottom lashes. Alrighty, y'all, so everything's done so far. This is my face. So I'm about to go ahead and apply my lashes. These are the lashes that I use. I love these. These are my OG Holy Grail lashes. I'm pretty sure if you watch my channel, you're familiar with these by now. And for lash glue, I use this Star Glue that I get from the beauty supply. I've been using this for years now and it never fails me. And then I also use this Lash Envy sometimes. So what I'll do with the Lash Envy, it has like an applicator. So I'll apply this one to my eyelids. And I'm not really going to show it because I feel like if I try to do it on camera, it's going to make me nervous and I'm going to fuck it up. So I'm going to go do my lashes off camera and then I'll be back. Our lashes are on, and now I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips, and that's literally the last thing we have to do. And I'm just gonna use a regular brown lip liner that I get at the beauty supply to line my lips. Now I'm gonna go in with my NYX Butter Gloss in the color Eclair. I love this lip gloss. I love a good pink lip gloss, and this has been my absolute favorite lately. It is so pretty. Look at it. And it really lasts. Like, the color pops for a really long time. So I really like it. Keep that in the middle though. And then I'm going to take my Buxom Lip Plumping Lip Gloss in the color White Russian Sparkle. This lip gloss is like almost finished, so I need to get a new one. I really like this color though. And I just put that right on top to blend it. And then I go in again with Eclair so that it pops. I just like to do that to make sure there's no product around my mouth that can get on my teeth. And that's it, guys. That is our face. I think it looks amazing. Let me take these clips out. Yeah, this looks great. So I'm about to go do my hair, and then I'll be back to show you guys the finished look. Alrighty guys, so here is the finished look. What do we think? Is it giving what it was supposed to give? I think it is. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. So yeah guys, that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was clear and detailed enough to be able to help you guys to follow along. If you guys have any questions, you can always leave them down in the description. Sorry, I mean in the comments, and I'll be sure to get back to you. I'll have all the products linked in the description. In case you're interested, I'll have everything listed in the order that I use them so that everything will be understandable. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give me a huge thumbs up. Make sure to like this video, comment down below what you think, and subscribe to my channel if you are not already. Also, check out some of my other videos on my channel, guys. I do a lot of different varieties of videos. I do hair, makeup, and lifestyle. As you guys can see, my hair is laid, and I did do this by myself, and I do share tips all the time on how I do my hair. So if you are interested in that type of content, make sure to subscribe to my channel and make sure to check out some of my other videos. I promise you won't be disappointed. I think my videos are amazing. I would watch my channel if I was somebody else. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.